no nobler cause than to fight for those who will lay down their life for you. So you fight strong today.
You're going to go to 300. You have to accept a few ground rules. You have to go through physical training.
We chose to die on our feet rather than live on our knees.
If all you can do is train 3 times 1 hour a week in the gym, it's not enough.
They're not just playing the role, they kind of become these warriors in the process of training.
It's required by the character.
I am your king.
It's important for me, I'm not talking about anyone else, but for me to feel comfortable and feel confident that I'm physically capable.
Mark and I, we've always talked about the psychology of the why, you know, and I think that when we did our Spartan thing, we wanted to create like a mini Sparta with the training. But this was different because it's like the Free Greeks, it's not the same. It's like an individual approach. For this movie, it made more sense.
They're the best. There's no question. If they were available for every other movie that had action at this level, everyone would want them, but they're fiercely loyal also.
The biggest difference between the way that we train people now, as opposed to the original 300 movie, is back then we placed too much emphasis on the training itself, without managing everything that goes on outside the gym, which are diet, recovery, stress reduction, sleep. What goes on in the gym is not enough. If you don't allow yourself to recover, you simply can't make progress.
You walk into our gym when we shoot the movies, really walking into Sparta. And we did see people in front of our eyes shrinking and getting the Spartan body in 3 weeks.
Your costume is your body. You have to feel good about walking out in front of camera. It's important to feel strong, to call yourself a warrior.
Hans needs to put on mass. He's training in a different way than Andrew, who needs to lose 25 pounds of fat. We can't have them do the same thing and expect the result that we want.
Daxos makes a very brief but important appearance in this one, so they would have to get me in exactly the same shape as the first one. And then it just really became a conversation between us about what was possible. Let's set the bar really high and just see what we can do in 4 weeks.
And from when he left home to when he returned home, he had lost 30 pounds. Just a little over 5 weeks total.
Mark is the first person to say it's not the lifting of the weights, it's not the combination of the exercises, it's all up here, it's attitude.
Mark was very demanding, but it helped me for the fight scenes. So all this hard work with Mark paid off.
And it's not just a physical transformation, it's also such a mental transformation. When you're doing it day after day, that's all they're focused on.
It's a challenge to get physical people to become incredibly well-trained physical athletes and soldiers.
The most important characteristic of it is to allow them to do their job better and to injury-proof them so that when they have to do take after take after take, they're more adapted to that level of work.
But at the end of the day, I really think it's the authenticity and that ethos that you can feel from the actors. You just see somebody that's a well-trained warrior and that I think is totally badass.
When you have that physicality and you can move and you can do all the moves and you feel strong and you feel fit, it really helps you get in the zone.
Mark was just like, don't think, do. I've done my own stunts, you know, I surprised myself.
He and his guys have done an amazing job.